shut your eyes and hold them tight. Light turns dark, dark as night. Close your eyes and use your ears to hear. The sounds of night are coming near. The wind whistles through the trees of a forest town. A waterfall whirls wildly as it rushes down. We hear crickets and frogs, and the owls hoot. The howl of a wolf from the wolf's long snoot. These are the sounds of a forest town just before the crack of dawn. Shh. What's that sound I hear? There it is again. That sounds like the song of a bird I know, and he's flying into town. Sun's getting up is what he cries as he soars so swiftly through sun-streaked skies. Hear Red Robin as he flies. He says, open your ears, open your eyes. The townspeople opened their eyes up, just like you. The sun made it warm, and the grass made dew. All the people woke up when Red Robin flew. He rattled the windows. He knocked on the doors. He pounded on ceilings and shook all the floors. Two of Red Robin's most favorite of friends, who lived down the road where the big river bends, opened their windows and let out a cheer. Red Robin! Red Robin, come here! Red Susan and Bobby! Red Robin, come here! Red Robin heard them and flew through the woods. He flapped feathers faster, fast as he could. He swooped and he soared and he dove down until he sat on the ledge of their windowsill. Bobby fed him breadcrumbs and pieces of cheese. Sue gave him a hug and an orange juice squeeze. Day after day, every morning he came. And they'd laugh and play all manner of games. Pin the tail on the blue jay and animal names. Hide and go perch, and totter and teeter, baseball and beakball, and follow the tweeter. Then spring turned to summer, and summer to fall. Every morning began with Red Robin's call. But one day when Susan and Bobby awoke, there was a nip of frost in the air. And when they called for Red Robin, he just wasn't there. Winter was coming, and the robin had disappeared. They called and they called for Red Robin. Red Robin, Red Robin. But no bright, cheery song awakened the town. When the people got up, they got up with a frown. They were sad and gloomy and grouchy and glum when Red Robin's greeting at dawn didn't come. The church tower clock even forgot the right time. At 10 in the morning, it would only chime 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the baker's bread turned out all burned. The farmer's butter was left unchurned. Everyone missed his sweet music at dawn. Without it, we're lost, all the people would say. And still the next day, there was no Red Robin, nor the day after that, or the day after that. And everybody was very, very sad. The cows mooed a long and lonely moo. The winter sun grew cool, and the townspeople shook their heads and cried, "Oh, what will we do?" So Sue looked at Bobby, and Bobby looked at Sue, and they knew right away what they had to do. They slipped from the house and into the woods to look for Red Robin as best they could. They had to find their fine feathered friend to see if he was lost, or sick, or frightened, or had come to a terrible end. They wanted to see their friend again. So Bobby marched into the woods with a stride, and Sue ran up quickly and walked by his side. But there were so many paths and directions to go. Which one was right? They just didn't know. So they sat on a log with their heads in their hands and debated the good points of various plans.
"What was that?"
whispered Bobby to Sue.
"Sounds like a train or a boat coming through."
They looked past the bushes, and you know what was there? With 4 huge paws and bushy brown hair, a big furry stomach, and all dressed up in slumberwear, a yawning, roaring, sleepy bear. Yawned the bear.
"See that hat over there? Once it gets cold, I find a cave and snuggle down and reach over and put on my hat and go to sleep. That's why they call me drowsy. And what are you doing?"
"We're looking for Red Robin,"
said Sue.
"We've got to find out what's happened to him. Have you heard a little bird that sings like this?"
"Excuse me,"
said Bobby.
"Red Robin's song goes like this."
"Oh,"
said the bear.
"you must be the bird that sings like this." "Nope, I haven't seen him,
said Drowsy the bear.
but I'll be happy to help you look. But when it gets real cold, I'll have to reach over and put on my hat and go to sleep."
"Drowsy, Don't go to sleep now,
said Sue.
we've got more important things to do.
So they all marched off in search of Red Robin. Day after day, they called out his name. Red Robin! Red Robin!
Red Robin, come here.
But there was no answer. No sound did they hear. The winter wind began to whip and wail. The squirrels came less often to pick up the mail. Drowsy was so tired he could hardly go on, and Susan and Bobby were very, 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 very cold. Then one day they passed a small cave and Drowsy laid down for a short little nap. But when it was time to get up and go, Drowsy was just too slow. Finally, he just stopped and fell fast asleep.
It's over!
Said Susan.
Our search is through! There just isn't anything more we can do!
I think we'll have to turn back,
Is what Bobby said.
Red Robin, our friend, is probably dead.
So there they were, all alone, and still a long, long way from home. And it got colder and colder and colder and colder. And far off in the distance, a storm began to brew, crashing and thrashing and blustering through. The wild winter wind whistled and wailed and blew over trees all along the homeward bound trail. It covered the path with mountains of snow. Suddenly they didn't know which way to go. Their bodies were cold, their breath turned to frost. If they weren't found soon, they would die, hopelessly and forever lost. They fell down in the snow and cried. They couldn't move, though hard they tried. They were frozen through and through. Their hair was ice. Their lips were blue. Susan looked at Bobby, and Bobby said to Sue,
Our search is over. There's nothing we can do.
and the snow began to cover them over. Drowsy woke up and saw the children were gone, so he ran through the snowdrifts to save them.
It's the Drowsy!
Said the children, and Drowsy led them both back toward home. Yes, thanks to Drowsy, the children were saved,
And just in the nick of time, too.
said the bear.
In another minute, they would have become popsicles.
Even though Susan and Bobby were finally safe back home, they were still very sad all winter, for their friend Red Robin they thought was no more. No more would he fly. No more would he soar and play baseball and beakball and totter and teeter, hide and go perch,
And follow the tweeter.
goodbye to the breadcrumbs and pieces of cheese, goodbye to the hugs and the orange juice squeeze. Goodbye to Red Robin end. Goodbye forever. Goodbye, little friend. Everyone in town thought the robin was gone, and never again would they hear his song. But they were wrong. Snow and ice began melting fast, and springtime flowers were popping up. At last. So their friend Red Robin was flying back to town. And fast. People said they saw the bird, but Drowsy said,
No!
Drowsy thought their friend was frozen last winter in the snow. But that's not so. Look up in the tree. What do we see? Red Robin's back and the town can be happy. Spring has returned and so has he. Now the secret can be told. How our friend escaped the winter's cold. How our friend Red Robin stayed alive. Hear him tell his story as he flies. Like the bear has to go to his cave, and the fox has to crawl in his hole, I fly south for the winter when it gets cold. Now the robin's back to spend the summer. We'll have fun and the sun will be sunnier. Red Robin's back to play with us again. We'll play hide and go perch, and totter and teeter, baseball and beak ball, and follow the tweeter. Hooray!